Afternoon everybody, here we go again. As I said, if you've seen the video last night that I put up of the car, this is the car that it was taken in. This is a 2015 Octavia VRS. This is the diesel variant. So on this one is 184 horsepower, I think somewhere in the region of 280 pound-feet of torque, which is enough for a family wagon like this. So as I said, we have a little walk around, just point out a couple of little things. So you can get two designs of alloy wheels on this one. You can get 18s and 19s. These are the 18-inch wheels on this one. Really good brakes on this car as well, really sharp. 312 mil discs on the front there, so really good stop and power. Moving around, LED lights front and back on this model as well. Little boot spoiler. Unfortunately, we seem to have some fake exhaust, so the exhaust is only on this side. On this side here, it's just fake. However, on the petrol variants, there is an exhaust either side. So let's have a little look at the interior. Not exactly Recaro seats, but they are bucket seats, and they do hold you in, and they are nice and comfy on long drives. Bit plasticky, as I said. Unfortunately, this version, no heated seats, no memory seats, anything like that. So you know, you sort of get what you pay for. But anybody who knows about these cars knows that these are Volkswagen Audi group, so it is quality. And as I said, basically you're just not paying for that privilege of having that badge. So move round to the power plant. Well, as I said, this version, diesel version, 180 brake horsepower, there or thereabouts. This one has been remapped, so it's running about 210 horsepower, as well as the gearbox has been remapped. The idea of getting the gearbox done is it unlocks so you can have a bit more torque, and you know, it'll handle it on the clutch packs and stuff like that. However, there is a couple of drawbacks to this version. This was designed to be very efficient, so by that I mean it's meant to be really good on fuel, really low down torque, and delivers it very well. The limiting factors on these are a couple of things, which I'll show you. So, turbo, as I said, flows very well, but unfortunately, higher power, it's just not capable of feeding the airflow through. Charge cooler to a point. The earlier ones had an intercooler. Charge cooler obviously cools the air via another radiator by cooling it down with water. Also, the cylinder head on this, very good for efficiency, not really good for high power. So as I said, by that I mean you can't change the cams in this variant, they're all part of a cage up on top here. So hope you enjoyed that little walk around, and as I said, we'll do a few drive-bys, we'll do a few launches, see what you think, how it sounds like. But as I said, it's a good all-round vehicle, so keep watching. Morning everybody, this is going to be the review of my 2015 Skoda VRS. This is the diesel edition. You can get a petrol variant as well, but this one's the diesel. So just thought you'd like to come along for the ride and see what we think about it when we're out on the road. So, as mentioned, 2015 model. This particular one has had two previous owners before myself. Roughly got 66,000 miles on it, some history. Had lots of cars in my time. I have to say that this one I'm really happy with. As I said, miles per gallon is good. It's pretty quick, you know, considering that it is a 2015 diesel model. It's efficient enough to get you in and out of most situations that you find yourself in. Good things I like is obviously the performance. This version is a DSG box, and for anyone who hasn't driven a Volkswagen with a DSG box is amazing. It is so smooth, so quick to change gear. They're not really problematic from what I've heard. As I said, as long as you keep up the servicing of them, like most things, if you look after them, they'll look after you. Being a VRS model, this one I'd say is a firm ride, not crashy, but you certainly know that it's you know, you go over like speed bumps and stuff, and it obviously does transmit through the car, but that's to be expected with it being a sports model. Wind noise, pretty good. You keep to the 70-mile-an-hour speed limits, you're not really going to notice anything with wind noise. And after all, as I said, it is a Skoda, but if you know, then you know. So obviously Volkswagen Group owns Skoda, so for me really it is just like a budget Volkswagen, but you still get the same build quality. So as I said, things that I like: performance of the vehicle, I like how it looks, it drives really nice, yet it is a diesel in the high RPM, that is apparent, but obviously to be expected. Other things I like about the car: the boot, as we'll see, is cavernous. The boot on this, I've had a 5 Series BMW, and as I said, I put it on a par with that. It really is brilliant boot. As I said, this is my family car, so it does everything I need it to do, and does it well. I do intend taking this car when the weather turns on a few track days. Being the VRS, as I said about the suspension and the chassis on it, is really good. And as I said, I've done some laps of most circuits in the UK, and I'd like to think I'm a bit of a veteran when it comes to the Nürburgring as well. I've been fortunate enough to go there over the last couple of years, so we really do enjoy it. So I know how to put a car through its paces. Road holding, as I said, this car, I think like most of the cars, are set up to be more understeery than oversteery, which is safe in most circumstances. As I said, you go barreling into a corner in the wet and it understeers. It's just a case of, you know, slightly lift off until you get traction and away you go. Better than turning in, having a really sharp front end, and you've arrived at the scene of your own accident. So, as I said, round town, you do notice that it is a little bit crashy, but nothing out of the ordinary. Get on some country roads like we're on now, picks its heels up, no effort at all. As I said, mostly due to that gearbox. You just don't even notice it changing gear. Some dislikes, I think they're a bit mean with the spec, like this particular car. No heated seats, we've got no electric seats, certain things, as I said, what you'd expect from this model of car. But as I said, Volkswagen, like most other dealerships, will want to charge you a premium for that. We'll get onto a little bit later. As I said, this being Volkswagen Audi Group, there's a program called VCDS, which is basically dealership level diagnostics, and within this you can literally change all sorts and enable all sorts of things via code, and lots of videos on the internet for that. So right, yeah, as I said, on a bit of a country road now, so as I said, you can literally just waft along and it drives beautifully. And as I said, it'll still return you in the mid 40s to the gallon in the real world driving, which obviously some people are bothered about, others are not. I'm fortunate enough with my job to have a van, so I only really use this car over weekend, and I do use it quite a bit over the weekend. Get all the family in, it's comfortable. As I've said, real world, I'd say it was as quick as a standard Golf GTI, that being the petrol variant. This particular car has been remapped, as has the gearbox. In standard form, these put out, I think it's 184 horsepower, there or thereabouts. This one now running roughly about 210 horsepower, and you're pretty much limited. We'll go into why a little bit later on, but it's certainly enough to live with most cars in most situations. So, other things that I don't like about the car, I'll show you some shots in a bit of the dashboard. Instead of having the numbers, so sort of your rev counter and your speedo, with the numbers are obviously horizontal all the way around the clocks. On these, for whatever reason, they decided to put the numbers on the rev counter and your miles per hour sort of in line, so whatever angle you go around the 360, they're on that. Not a particularly nice thing to look at. I think they would have been better sticking with a traditional speedo in that sense. Other things I don't like, the spoiler on the back, again, I think it's a bit mean. It's like trying to be a spoiler, but on the other hand trying to be subtle. The rest of the car, especially the front, I think looks quite aggressive. I think we could have done a little bit more with the rear end. Same as the fake exhaust tips, which again, we'll have seen some photos of that. So, as I said, hope this sort of fills you in a little bit more on this 2015 VRS diesel variant. And as I said, we'll do some photographs, we'll do a few drive-by videos and a few aerial shots. So, thanks very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.
Feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready, who? We ready, who? Who ready, who? We ready, who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies, I might dip like Machiavelli. After the confetti, who ready? We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready? Who? We ready, who? Who ready? Who? We ready, who? Who ready? We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready? Who? We ready, who? Who ready? Who?